Okay, so we want to have something that looks like this. So now in this tutorial I will not I think I will not create all I will not create the tasks of all the subjects. I think I'll just do 2 or 3. Then I think you should be able to do the rest. So now so we want to have something that looks like this, because we've already done this part, you know, the name of the school and the year and everything. So now what we want is to maybe have English language, mathematics, and so on. So I'm going to do maybe the first 2 or 3. So let's begin. So we have our very own here. So I'll be making reference to the template, the one that I already designed, so that we make exactly the same template. So now what we are going to do is first of all, we are supposed to know how many tasks do we have in grade 5 for English. So let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Plus the total column 19. But 18 tasks. So we come to our very own. So we also count 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me use this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's go on. 19. Let's see. Okay, 19 up to there. Okay, so then I want to make these columns have the same width. So I want these columns to have the same width. So I go to format, then column width. So maybe I can start with 10, though 10 sound like it's a bit big. So 10, no. Maybe let's go to 5. I think I should be, is it 3? I think I used 3. I'm not sure. So what about 3? Yeah, I think 3 is within. So we are going to use, okay, just for the sake of argument, let's use 4. So we are going to use 3.5. So we are going to use 3.5. So these are the columns that we have under English. So the first one here, we are going to merge and center. This one, of course, we are going to put English language. Okay. Then let us highlight. Right. Then here, we are going, so now each term I think has got 5. Let me just confirm. Each term has got 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it has 6. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So I think each term has got 6. So we are going to merge. We are going to merge and center 6 so that we have term 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be term 1. Then again we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be term 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be term 3. And the last one here will be the total column. So we have term 1 here. Term 1. Term 2. Term 3. So this is what we are going to have there. And let's hope I'm allowed to copy and paste these guys that are under here. You should actually type them, but I'm looking at the time. So I'll just copy and paste those. Let's first remove the demarcations and everything so that we move together. All right, so we have that. So you should have, then total, the total column there. So you should have something that looks like that. All right, so the total, okay, term 1, term 2, and term 3. Okay, so now this is out of 180. By the way, I'm getting these values from the grade 7, grade 5, 6, 7 SBA guidelines, so I'm not just guessing. So yeah, all right, so this should be, so we have that. Then now what we are going to do is, since each column here should have 10 marks, so for instance we have 10 here, 10 there, 10 there, 10 there, and so on. Let me just autofill. So we should have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That is the maximum number of marks. So maybe let me just center them a bit so that even I go up to 10. I think even the totals, I'll center them. Let me use this one there so that they are centered properly. I think even that. All right, so we have that there. So we should have 10, 10, 10, 10. Then for each particular candidate, we should be able to calculate. So we are going to use a formula there on the total for each candidate for English. So we are going to put equals. Now, what we are going to do here is, instead of doing the basic where we have this cell plus this cell plus this cell, since we have too many cells here, what we are going to do is we are going to use the function called sum. So Excel, we have a function called sum, an inbuilt function. So sum. So we are just going to highlight from this first column up to this cell here. Did I write it in the correct cell? All right, so D4 up to U4. All right, that's okay. Then I put the close bracket, then press enter. So you see that we have our 180. Let us also make it blue because this is the data that we don't want users to change. So we are going to have 180. So if I change this to maybe 8, so to 8, discover that the number decreases. I change this to 5, the number decreases. Maybe to 5, the number decreases. So now what we are going to do is we are going to make sure, or we are going to ensure that users shouldn't input a number that is greater than 10 in these cells. So there's what we call conditional formatting. That is what we are going to use. It will actually highlight to the user to say the value you've entered is not correct by maybe showing a blue, by showing them a red color. So what we are going to do is, after highlighting the cells that we want to add the conditional formatting, so we come to conditional formatting. So highlight cells rules. So we greater than. So anything greater than 10. Of course, we can also do anything less than and all that. But I think the most So we are going to have anything great. So we're going to have anything greater than 10. So it will highlight in that manner. So now we want it to be greater to, if it is greater than 10, then it should highlight. So you've seen as soon as I put 10, okay. But if I put 11, it will change the color to red. So meaning it is telling the user to say there's a problem there. But in the instructions, you have to put it clear that when it's red, it means there is an error. So that is what we have there. So if I put 50, so you discover that there is red, I put it back to 10, it goes back to. But even if I put 50, the same 50 is still added to the total there. So so that's okay there. All right, so we are going to copy. We are going to copy. So the formula first of all. So it goes up to 10. So we're going to have zeros, zeros, zeros. Again, to get rid of the zeros, remember what we did earlier in the previous tutorials? So we are going to use if. So we can use if. If you don't want to see the zeros, we are going to use if. So if sum is equal to 0, print space else we print the sum. So we have it there. So let us do it. So you discover that the zeros are gone. Now there's one thing that I've forgotten actually. Remember when we were doing the conditional formatting, I only highlighted this line. So now because it will be all of these that will be affected up to the 10th one. So even as we are doing the conditional formatting, it's supposed to go for all of these 10. So let us just redo that. Maybe we can go to manage rules and edit. So instead of, okay, so instead of, you've seen it has highlighted where this rule applies. So we want to edit so that it goes even up to, okay, maybe we can just change from here. I think it's easier. Or we can do that so that we change, it goes up to there. So we have that. So we apply. So it means all of these cells now, all of these cells have got that particular rule. So if you have got 100, you make sure that all the 100 cells are highlighted to apply that rule. So maybe I put this, I put 50. So you see there is a red there. So this is just sample data. So maybe 10, 2, maybe 5, 9, 8, 3. It doesn't matter what you put. 10, maybe 80. Oh, no, not 88. And so on. So that is what we have there. So this is how we put the subjects. Then in the next, okay, another thing, maybe before I go, there is what we call freezing rows or columns. So now when we look at, let us go to the template. So you can see here, we have actually a number of subjects. Now, it will be tedious for the teacher to enter the results if the teacher cannot see the names. So if you see, so the names have been maintained here, as you can see. So I'm going that way, but the names are not being hidden. So I want this effect to also be put here. So we are going to highlight. Okay, there's a problem here. Okay, let's see if this works. So we are going to have where I can see it. Is it on review or view? I'm not sure. Okay, so freeze panes. Okay, I think we're supposed to do something here, because if, okay, let's see, what about this one? Oh, this one will help us. So now when I select this one, actually it's supposed to be this one, so that this remains there. Okay, so let us just go back a bit. Sorry, let's go to home. Let's unmerge this, because I need to use this particular cell here. Maybe let's try, if I've never tried it before, but no, let us unmerge first, so that I use this particular cell to have the top part, and especially this side. So we select this one. Make sure you select this cell, then you go to view, freeze panes, then you click the first one there. So you would see that the subject, okay, I think we also need these guys. I think they are also important, because as we go down, we should be able to see the tasks. So we've used the wrong. So let's go to the first one here, where we have the name and the, so if, okay, what have I done? Okay, so when you do that, so the first, so you find them, you have to unfreeze the first one. So you unfreeze, then select this one now, which is D4, then you freeze again, so that this, you can see the demarcation there. So the names will go. So the names, as you can see, as you are going down, the names will also be will maintain. So as you are going down, the names will also be like that, and as you are going this way, you have that there. So that is what I wanted us to do, and let us merge and center back and center this part here. All right, so we have that effect there. It's very, very important when it comes to when users are using this software. Right, so that is that. See you in the next tutorial.